Yo, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Dre back with another episode of Talking to Myself. It's been a minute. But I just wanted to talk on this subject that has grabbed the headlines. It was kind of shocking, but to me, it's not. Talking about the shooting of Brian Thompson over in NYC. Now, if you're not familiar with it, Brian Thompson was the UnitedHealthcare CEO. Now, this is the second, well, yeah, it's the second day now, but pretty much like there was footage going around. I seen it on Instagram, but pretty much like there was a dude, he was dressed up in black, he had a hoodie on, his face covered. Apparently, there's been, I guess like new, but there's been surveillance footage showing the dude's face. So people have not put a name to the news outlets have not put a name to the face. Now, like the people who I've seen like some comments and stuff on social media, they pretty much were saying that NYPD, they can solve this shit on their own because this ain't none of our concern. They ain't snitching on homie. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's the comments actually kind of had me laughing, even though it's not like really a laughing matter, but I laugh at shit that I should be laughing at anyway. So manhunt for the suspect in the fatal shooting of healthcare CEO, United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson entered his second day on Thursday. So Thompson was 50 at the time of his death in New York City, just about 7 a.m. So, imagine like you setting your alarm for like, what I'm saying, the following day. I gotta wake up at such and such. I gotta be somewhere at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Meeting starts at 8. You never really thought that you was gonna catch a few slugs, you know what I'm saying? Like before like this is gonna be your last day. Like nobody really plans for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But security footage obtained by Yahoo News appears to show a person matching the description of the suspected shooter walking on 57, a block away from the Hilton Hotel where the attack took place. Now, at about 6:20 a.m., the person in the video appears to pause and lean over a pile of trash bags on the sidewalk for a few seconds before continuing on. The New York Police Department is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information on the shooter. Now, dog, I'm just saying, maybe that 10,000 is good for like, the average New York City person or whatever, you know what I'm saying, for like regular street crimes or whatever. This was like a big ass murder. You don't know if this person is a professional hitman or if this dude is just, he was just really prepared. He did his homework. My man wrote words on the bullets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was shot like 4 or 5 times. So, like, 3 of them slugs had like words on them and shit. So, it feels like it was directed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have had a personal grudge with him or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe they was hired by some other cats. I don't know. But the fucked up thing about it was my man is like, he got hit. So he is laying up in the hospital, fighting for his life and everything like that. The shareholders still went on and continued the meeting without this motherfucker. Okay. So I'm going to tell y'all, like I tell everybody else, these jobs don't give a fuck about you, dog. It don't matter if you the CEO of the company. Okay. They don't give a fuck about you. If you die the next day, if you die the same day, they're just going to put a job posting for your shit up, like for your job. This ain't your job. I understand you want to have a level of professionalism and, you want to do the best that you can at your job and everything. But at the end of the day, this is just a job, okay? Take your personal time. That's just a side note, all right? Getting back to the subject at hand. So the suspect was caught on nearby security cameras, was described as by police as a light-skinned male wearing a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack. Me personally, I'll be surprised if they find this motherfucker. Or if they do, hey. But I'll be surprised if they actually do find him. Because, like, you haven't found him in a day. So if he was smart, he would have got the fuck out of New York City. Surveillance footage obtained by the Washington Post shows the suspect leaving Midtown Manhattan's 57th subway street station for the F train at 6 a.m. Okay, so It's like events leading up to it. Thompson was visiting New York City from Minnesota for investor conference. Yeah, because I believe like their headquarters is in Minnesota, I believe. So yeah, man, like Thompson was named CEO of UnitedHealthcare in April of 2021 after having previously served as CEO of UnitedHealthcare's government programs, which include Medicare and retirement and community and state, according to his company profile. Now I believe like he was involved in like some insider trading shit too. So I don't know if the boys are gonna come and get him. But in a statement, United Health Group said, "We are deeply saddened and shocked at the passing of our dear friend and colleague, Brian Thompson. We are working closely with the New York Police Department and ask for your patience and understanding during this difficult time. Our hearts go out to Brian's family and all who are close to him." Thompson's wife, Paulette Thompson, told NBC News that he had been receiving some death threats. Well, he was receiving some threats, but didn't know the details. So I just want to know. No, I just know that he said there were some people that were threatening him. She told news outlets, "I can't really give a thoughtful response right now. I just found this out. I'm trying to console my children." Senator Amy Klobuchar. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the last name, but this is horrifying and shocking. This is a horrifying and shocking. I can't read today. Act of violence. My thoughts are with Brian's family and loved ones. So yeah. So words were found on the ammo, like I said, at the scene of the shooting. Echo phrase used criticize insurers' tactics. So says news outlets, including Associated Press, have reported the bullet casings found at the scene of Brian Thompson's fatal shooting were inscribed with the words defend, deny, and depose. Messages that seem to echo delay, deny, defend, a phrase used by critics to describe common insurer tactics. The phrase refers to how insurers delay payments, deny claims, and then defend their behavior. So yeah, man, like it's possible because like pretty much like the amount of people that get denied by these insurance companies and stuff like that for health reasons and everything, like you're gonna piss off some people, and some of these people are gonna, you know what I'm saying, like take some action. So, like I said, like until they find this guy and they find out exactly what his motives is, we're not really gonna know. And like this shows that stop fucking with people's insurance, because for some people, like this is how they survive. You know, this is how they survive. You're literally fucking with people's lives. Like you're denying people who have conditions that are serious conditions. And this is what happens when you play with people's lives. You know, you play with someone's lives, they might take yours. So, like I said, like it's kind of hard to feel sorry for these motherfuckers. Like these rich people that only really care about their bottom line. They don't give a fuck about the people who are actually supplying their lifestyle. Like our subscriptions pay for your lifestyle. Like y'all motherfuckers don't realize that shit. Like we are the ones funding your lifestyle. We're the ones funding your bonuses and everything like that. And you treat us like shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time, I got into a car accident back in 2004. And, you know, everything was cool. This is my hand. It might be a little ashy, but this is the scar. All right. So I got surgery done on my hand. I had 3 broken bones in my hand. I needed 2 screws per bone that was broke. So the doctor was actually nice enough, the surgeon, he was nice enough to, you know, do it under charity care. And if anything, I think charity care took care of it. But my ex-wife's insurance, she was my wife at the time, she had state insurance. So pretty much, if anything, any overflow would actually be taken care of that. But long story short, I didn't have to pay anything for the surgery. But during the rehab, they told me that, you know, to get range of motion and stuff like that back for my hand, because I was in a cast for like a year, and then they had to redo surgery to take the screws out of my hand. So then like it was bandaged for like another 6 months. So after that, like a year and a half for like not using being able to use my hand, it was like stuck in like this motion or whatever. So I had to get the range of motion back in my hand, and we're going to do physical therapy and everything like that. The doctor was like, well, the physical therapist was like, all right, I'm going to order some Play-Doh. Something as simple as Play-Doh. The insurance rejected that shit. I was like, yo, I was so shocked. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This shit is like $3, my guy. But anyway, so I was going to go to Target and go buy like, some Play-Doh and shit. But luckily I had the tennis ball at the house. I had a couple of tennis balls. And they were like, yeah, you could just like take that and like just squeeze and like slowly get the range of motion back in your hand and everything. So I was like, all right, cool. But that's how petty. That's how petty these fucking insurance companies are. Like, we're paying this shit like per paycheck. They're taking money out of our check for these insurance companies, paying our premiums and everything like that. And then when we really, really fucking need them, they deny us, or if you need some money or something like that, like they said, like they delayed the payment. So it's kind of hard to find, sympathy for these people, when something tragic like this happens. That's just me. Some people are murder is murder and everything is wrong, but you get what you put out on in this earth, in this world, you get what you put out. So that's why I'm always trying to be nice and respectful to people. But if I will match your energy, though, let me just say that I will match your energy. So that's how it is. But yeah, like, my man really didn't wake up thinking that yesterday was going to be his last day, but it was. So these companies need to be more mindful, and they need to be more sympathetic to their customers, especially like with insurance, like health insurance. Car insurance is a very close one too, because you be paying like, car insurance every month and shit like that. And then when you finally really fucking need them, like they fuck you over. Like they really fuck you over. So it's just like, why? And found this other article. Rolling Stone says social media has little sympathy for murdered health insurance exec. So, I mean, I've seen that on Blue Sky. I've seen it on Instagram. I got rid of Twitter. The fatal shooting of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel on Wednesday morning was a shock in the city. It says, but as police hunted for the missing gunman in what they call premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack, social media erupted with contempt for the health insurance industry he represented and the company in particular. So it said, saw mainstream news coverage about the killing of a CEO, United Healthcare, on TikTok. And I think political and industry leaders might want to read the comments and think hard about them, wrote political activist Tobita Chow on X, formerly Twitter. In screenshots he shared, TikTok users reacted to the story with blistering references to the cost and often unnavigatable for-profit U.S. health insurance system. Yeah, like, people are tired of this health system. Like, anybody else's health system outside of the United States is way better than our shit. Okay, if you got to pay, you're not paying like an arm and a leg to get surgery done or to pay for medicine to keep you alive. You're paying. You might actually have to come out of your pocket and pay maybe like $10, $20 or something like that, something minimal. We can afford that shit. But when you charging motherfuckers like $100 per pill, or like $1,000 for a fucking for medicine or something like that, like 10 G's to get a fucking X-ray, like you're a mortgage to get surgery done and shit like that. Like shit is ridiculous. Like I understand, because it ties in with the educational system. So these cats that's going, to school to be doctors and surgeons and everything like that, they're getting charged mad bread. So it's like, yo, I gotta make my money back, because I've been in school for like 8 years. I'm like fucking 6 figures in debt, like large 6 figures in debt. So I gotta make my money back, and I gotta afford to live and everything like that. So they're in bed with these medical companies and trying to push certain drugs on patients and everything like that. Like we're the people are sick of this shit. And some of these people are now they shooting motherfuckers. So yeah, I would really take heed to this shit because it might only get worse, man. It might only get worse. And if you're in the healthcare industry and you one of them executives, you might want to keep your head on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? Thompson's violent death outside a hotel where United Healthcare was hosting an investor conference didn't just prompt scathing jokes, but heated criticism of the insurer he once helmed since 2021. So yeah, and I've heard like United Healthcare within like the company itself is fucking terrible. One image that made the rounds online was a chart from the personal finance website Value Penguin, which found that United Healthcare denies 32% of all in-network claims relating to individual health insurance plans, twice the industry average. So some pointed to the headlines describing how United Healthcare has used an allegedly faulty AI algorithm to assess claims and deny care for seriously ill patients on private Medicare Advantage plans. So they're doing some foul shit, man. They're doing some foul shit, and people are fed up. So it might start with the healthcare, you know, healthcare executives and these fucking politicians that let these motherfuckers slide. You already had an insurrection. That was, on some totally different other shit. But you get people mad enough, man, and shit gonna hit the fan. That's all I could really say about that, man. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this shit and just give my take on it. That's pretty much what I think, man. Like at the end of the day, these companies, like healthcare companies, fucking companies like Walmart, like all the companies that are making money out this motherfucker. Yeah, it's cool. Like that's what you're in business for. You're in business for to make money. But take care of your customers as well. Because we're more than just like dollars and cents and facts and figures and shit like that. Like you're literally playing with people's lives, man. And when you're playing with people's lives, some of these motherfuckers fight back. I would prefer to fight back legally, but some people got fucking hand cannons with silencers, dog. They putting motherfuckers in the ground now. But yo, y'all be safe out here. And this is another short episode of Dre's. I almost said the former name is talking to myself. I appreciate everybody. If you check this out, if you tune in, I appreciate you. And I will get at y'all with the next episode. I think I might actually just start doing this like every other Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some stuff that's preventing me from recording like multiple times a week. So every other Thursday might be the schedule when I get peace and quiet and stuff like that, and I can just record. But anyway, like I said, y'all be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel and be good people, man. That's all. Peace.